Man, I got so much on my mind. And if I don't let it out, I'm gonna explode straight up. I'm sitting here looking at all these people around me, thinking if I wasn't an art, tell me where would they be? Most of them don't even care about Robert Kelly. No, they only care about what I can do for them. Some of them hang around me cause I got money. Tell me what happened to my whole family. Can't they see him going through? Little brother really needs them. I was there for them when they needed me, yeah. Soon as the drama come, y'all asses quick to run. What type of shit is that? How could y'all turn y'all backs? People, they smile right in your face, then go and talk behind your back when they don't even know the facts. And some of y'all church folks pointing the finger at me, yeah. You should be loving on me, on your knees and praying for me. You'll never get it right. Is that the Christian life? Sometimes I like to party, drink, have sex, and smoke weed. But just because I love them things, it doesn't mean I'm going crazy. God, I wish I knew why people wanna hate me. All I do is help them, try my best to love them, try to lift them up, but they don't appreciate, so fuck them. Red's not supposed to be green, like faith's not supposed to be seen. The sky's not supposed to touch the ground, and a square's not supposed to be round. The moon's not supposed to touch the sun, and a two is not supposed to be a one. Said the heart's not supposed to weigh a ton, and forever's not supposed to be done. Winter's not supposed to come in June, and I am not supposed to have the blues. There are so many things that are not supposed to be, babe, except you and me. There are so many things that I'm not supposed to be. Ooh, babe, yeah, except you and me. Night's not supposed to be long. Yeah. No one is supposed to be alone. Understanding is not supposed to be confused. And the wind is not supposed to lose. Like fire's not supposed to freeze. But like joy is not supposed to grieve. Like you are not supposed to leave. what I said I'm not supposed to mean. He is not supposed to have your heart. Baby, we are not supposed to be apart. There are so many things that are not supposed to be said. You and me. There are so many things that are not supposed to be. Hey, baby, it seems just like no seasons changing, or this earth with no creation, or a heart with no feelings, or a sickness without a healing. Just like a frozen spring, or a bird with no wings. Just like a song out of key, that's how my life would be. Like the night skies with no stars, a lonely broken heart. No holding hands or walks in the park. That's how it would be if we were apart. Ooh. There are so many things, yeah, except our love. So many things that are not supposed to be. It's like having nowhere to breathe. Like having no words to breathe. Like having no rain for the sea. There are so many things that not supposed to be, not supposed to be, except you and me, baby. Yeah, yeah, baby, yeah, except you and me.
Friday night is all I dream is purge. If you get caught outside, then you gon' get purged. Niggas say the word and we gon' purge. We gon' purge. We gon' purge. Friday night is all I dream is purge. If you get caught outside, then you gon' get purged. Niggas say the word and we gon' purge. We gon' purge. We gon' purge.
Fuck is you on? Fuck as you niggas is on. We kicking the door, we busting the floor, we getting your family gone. Blood in the air, I'm smelling it down. No stopping the bully, I'm gunning you down. You niggas is kings.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say it louder, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We have tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass down, gotta make it last down. Start off soaking, I'ma beat it up.
against me shall prosper.
I had to get up out my sleep, y'all. It's 12:30 at night to talk about this because it's sickening. It's sickening. Jaja, let me talk, please. Let me talk, because I'm on live. Thank you. Guys, I don't know who's in R. Kelly's camp. I don't know. Enough is enough. You know, I was just on the Corey show, the 5150, right? I don't know if y'all ever heard of it. And I always respected the guy. He was a comedian. But, you know, R. Kelly goes on there from jail. He sings his song to let Corey know who he is. First of all, he shouldn't be on there talking like that. So he gets on there, he sings the song, and then he tells Corey that he was set up, I guess, by Tasha K. Don't know what happened with that. I don't want to know what's going on with that. But what I do know is this, and I'm tired. I'm tired of Robert's people playing games. You know, it's enough is enough. If they really want to, let's settle this once and for all. Somebody get in touch with Sharon Wimbush or whoever his lawyers is, because obviously the man could not speak when he was at court. When I was up there in New York, the man wouldn't talk. He wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't do anything but sit there and tap his hand on the actual desk. But when he get all these charges pending against him, it's the 5150 show. When he get all these charges pending against him, that's the Corey show. Now he wants to talk in jail when he's got 30 years. Then he's got another 20 years. You know, we can settle a lot of things that this guy is putting out, and they need to put him to bed. I want somebody from his camp to make it happen. I don't care how we do it. But at the same time, in the same place, I will visit wherever he's at, what jail he's at. We could be in the same room or next to the same room. I don't care what it costs me. But here's the deal. I want him to sit there. And if he can't do this, he can't stand up and say, yes, I'll put myself out there right now, and put himself on a lie detector test. Because I will put myself on a lie detector test. First of all, the savages will put themselves on a lie detector test to make this happen. Because I'm sick of the bull crap that this man is putting out there. Because I'm willing to sit in front of him, and I'll pay for the lie detector test myself, and put him on a lie detector test, and put me on a lie detector test, and see who passes on all the questions. That's what, not just me, my wife, me, Jocelyn, and Robert. I pay for it personally. Let's make it happen, R. Kelly camp. Since y'all believe in y'all's so-called hero, let's make it happen. Let's do the lie detector test. Let's make it happen. Put Jocelyn, I, and Robert. We ain't got to be in the same rooms because we need to be there at the same time. And I'll pay for it personally to prove that this man is a liar. He didn't talk in court. He did not talk in court. He didn't talk in the Chicago trial. So now he wants to run his mouth to these bloggers. Let's put an end to it. I'm going to settle it. Somebody makes it happen, and I'll pay for it personally myself. I'll pay for the lie detector test. Only thing he got to do is agree to it. I'm already agreeing to it. I want Jocelyn to agree to it. I'm tired of the foolishness. Let's put this to bed, because at the end of the day, this is how mess is started. Mess is started when people do not want to tell the truth. It's sad. You got a 50-51 show that Corey Beckham, I forgot his name, Corey something, that is a comedian that sit here. Robert go on his show, he talks. Just because a man talk, does that mean he's telling the truth? Does that mean he's telling the truth? Let's sit down and put these hands on there and do the lie detector test. I'll pay for it because Robert's broke, so I'll pay for it. Me, him, Jocelyn, Jongelyn. Let's put the lie detector out. I'll pay for it. I'll fly her wherever she got to be at. I'll make it happen. Only thing he got to do is agree to it. Just say he's willing to take a lie detector test, and I'll make it happen. Promise you that. Because I'm sick and tired of his foolishness. Because you know what? He cannot pass the lie detector test. Jocelyn cannot pass the lie detector test. Because she can't talk, first of all. I hadn't heard from my daughter. I haven't heard anything from her. Not one thing. Every time she got to do a statement that somebody else writes. And I'm sick of it. Because it doesn't make sense, guys. This got to stop. This man used his celebrity power or whatever he think he has, and he goes, he's like Osama bin Laden. He goes and hides himself in a mountain, and then he reach out to whoever he wants to reach out to, and then try to, get somebody to do, somebody with maybe 1 million followers or 2 million or 500,000 followers. Oh, put this out for me. And then once they put it out, then you stir up a lot of mess that is not true. I'm not taking up for no Tasha K or none of that mess. I don't want to have nothing to do with that mess. What I do want is this man to put himself on a lie detector test, and I'll pay for it. Just that simple. Him, Jocelyn, me, Jongelyn. Somebody in his camp need to make it happen. It's just that simple. Because I'm tired of the foolishness. I am so tired of the foolishness. So you bloggers that's out there, get in touch with somebody in his camp. Get in touch with his cousin, Levi, get in touch with somebody. I am tired of the mess that this man is not telling the truth. He's hiding in rocks like he go and talk to this person, go talk to this person, go talk to this person. Stop going talking to people and put your stuff out there on facts and do the lie detector test. Put your fiance Jocelyn on a lie detector test. It ain't about the man that's already in jail. What it's about is this man gets on the phone, uses his minutes like Osama bin Laden, and then he'll go and say, oh, I didn't do this, or Tasha K need to be locked up, or this need to happen, or this need to happen, but He's supposed to be trying to appeal his court cases, but he out here running his mouth. So how can you appeal any court cases? One thing the lawyer's going to do is tell you to shut up. But he can't shut up because he's ignorant to the fact. So since he don't want to shut up, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Somebody, let's get it done. Let's get this lie detector test going between Robert, Timothy, Jonjolin, and Jocelyn. And let's get it done. Because I am tired of the foolishness. You know, I can't speak for what the other parents said, what the other parents do, but I'm ready. I'm ready like tomorrow. It should have happened yesterday. Because he is a clown. Robert is a clown right now. And that's the problem I have with him. Period. It's just so uncommon of a person that just cannot give these victims their time to heal, including Azrael. Give these victims their time to heal. She was underage. Give these victims their time, bro. You going out getting on, I don't even know how you even doing it, but you're getting on certain people's lives, talking, stir mess up, get their mind all screwed up like you telling the truth and you're lying. It's just so not of calming. If you want to leave yourself a legacy, put yourself on a lie detector test and put Jocelyn on a lie detector test, and I'm there. Just that simple. I am there. Because I am sick of your foolishness. You will not let these victims rest. And they can't heal, bro. So if somebody got to step up and put you in your place where you need to be at, I'm gonna put you in your place. It's simple. I'm gonna put you in your place because at the end of the day, that's what you deserve. You deserve to be locked up forever. 30 years ain't enough. 20 years ain't enough for what you have done to these women and children and men and women. And for these clowns that's out here, and I call them clowns, these clowns that's out here believing this, I don't care if you're a celebrity or not, you out here believing this foolishness, you're a clown. Because at the end of the day, you are treating these women, these kids, like they are stepping stools. And you shouldn't do people like that. They are kids, bro. They are kids. For you to sit here and allow yourself to treat kids and women and girls like this and young boys like this. And for him not to be a man enough to say who he have slept with, which is underage, and who he have given people things to, he is a clown for doing that. And he need to go and hide himself underneath a rock and leave these victims alone. But somebody got to call him out. Because, see, the victims are not strong enough to call him out. Some people are just not strong enough to call him out. I'm going to call him out. Bruh, set up the time and the place where we can sit down and do this lie detector test and put this behind everybody. Set it up. Me, Timothy, Jonjolin, Jocelyn, and Robert Sylvester Kelly. It's just that simple. Because everybody else don't want to mess with yourself right now. Nobody want to mess with you. But right now, I want to give it to you just like you want it. So people can know the type of character you are. You're a clown, Robert. You're a clown for dealing with these and hurting these victims the way you are and won't let them rest, bro. It's just not right. It's just not right. And I can't stand for people to do people like this. They're a bully. Don't bully these people. Don't bully these victims. Give them their just that they need. Give them what they need. The healing. It's not about my daughter, but it is about my daughter. But at the end of the day, give these victims their time and healing, bro. You sitting there, and the only thing you got to do is think behind jail all day. And it's not right. It's not right. It's not fair to them. It's just not. And I can't sit here and continue on for this man to come out like Osama bin Laden and do his little due diligence and do what he has to do and then go back and hide in a rock. Come and talk on the phone for about a good 5 minutes and then hide on a rock. It's just not right. It's not right to the victims. And the people that who are not agreeing with it, you ain't got to agree with it. But think about it. If that was your sister, if that was your mother, if that was your daughter, if that was your niece, if that was your grandchild, and they can't stand up for themselves, somebody has to stand up for them and stand up for their rights. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You cannot sit here and continue to harm people like this. It's just not right. And the only way you can put an end to something is get out here and speak the truth. And the only way the public, it need to be public, not private, public, lie detector test. Public. So we can get it all out, brother. All of it out. I want it all out. All the kids you slept with. How many kids you gave certain things to. How many people you gave certain people's things to. How many people you have sit in a corner and let them pee in a bucket. How many people you have starved. How many women you have beat. How many women you have controlled. How many women you have done things to. How many that you have done so much harm to, and you won't let them rest. You won't let them heal from this. You're a coward. You're a coward for doing this. And somebody has to call you out on it. And I'm calling you out on it right now. Calling you out, bro, because at the end of the day, you're a coward for doing that. Only men who act in this fashion is a coward. Period. So, you R. Kelly folks, call Robert, call Jocelyn, and tell them, let's sit down. Maybe we can do Gayle King, and I'm not kidding. Maybe we can get Gayle King involved or get somebody neutral involved and just get the lie detector test done for this so we can be done with this crap. We can be done with this. Because the victims can't do it right now. So somebody has to be a man enough. Somebody has to be woman enough. And somebody has to be a family enough to set this man straight. To set him straight and also to help these victims heal and get over this mess. Get past this mess so they can have healing. Because they can't have healing for what you're doing right now, brother. They cannot. And it's just not right. I can't stand for it no longer. I've been quiet too long for you to sit here and just keep running your mouth to people and you're not telling the truth. If you didn't want to say nothing on the court stand, you shouldn't say nothing at all. You have every opportunity to talk in front of the judge and give him everything you need to tell him. Everything. Everything. I was there at the New York trial. You have every right to talk. No one did not hold your hand and said he wasn't going to allow you not to talk. But now you want to get out and go on YouTube and talk to individuals that think will hear your case because you think they like you. You shouldn't let somebody hear your case because they like you. You should get somebody out here so they can actually hear the truth. Hear the truth on what is going on with you, brother. Yeah. You should want to speak the truth to these folks. And tell the truth. And the truth is going to set you free. Because at the end of the day, you may not have done 100% of this stuff, but 99.9% you done. I give you that. But 99.9% you've done it. And you are not allowing them to do what's right. So please, if you cannot agree, you, Jocelyn, and I, and Jocelyn, will sit down face to face, brother, and let's do it. Let's do it. I know your people, whoever you have that are talking to you, they want the truth to come out. They say Robert tells the truth. Robert is the one that has all the things that he know. Robert says, I sent Joy there. Robert says this. Robert says that. Robert says this. But you're saying Robert tells the truth. He need to be free. Well, let's free him. Let's free him. Let's go ahead and do the lie detector test. Let's free him. Get Jocelyn on there now and free him. Yeah, man. Let me tell you. And I'm going to get off this live real quick. But here's the deal. Here's the deal right here. The deal is, Robert, if you can't agree to a lie detector test, you need to stop talking and going like Osama bin Laden and running into caves, which is caves are YouTube people that you think want to hear your story and bag you and then confuse people. What we want to do, your so-called people that are out here that's saying that you are a man of character and a man that is the truth. Well, we want to see if you're going to tell the truth. I mean, this is the only known factor that I can see that we can get all this out. And the lie detector would be the one. You can't do it in a court of law, of course. You can't prove the court of law. It's just the public opinion needs to see this because they need to see the facts. And then we can shut you up. We can shut you up for good. And that's real talk. I don't want no more from. I just told you what I want, what my kids want, what everybody wants. We want this man to stop harassing the victims, man. Stop. Just do your time and move on. But you can't. You can't because you're a coward. Period. And, you know, for your so-called people that support you, it's not about bashing him. It's about just, you know, if you have people that's behind you and bagging you, like people who support us as a family, support me because I'm going to tell you, I'm down for the cause. I'm down to do the lie detector test. Is he down? Is Jocelyn down? That's what it's all about. Because people only bag you when they know that you are down for the cause and you're down to make sure that the facts come out. Because nobody wants to hear a liar. So please, if you're not going to come out and tell the truth, do your time. Sleep in your bunk. Try to read your Bible if you can. And move forward with your life, that which you have God has blessed you with.
different states, and they all have cell phones, and there's a front fucking door for them to walk out of, which means it didn't fit what the parents were saying. These girls got all the access they want. They can call their parents. They can walk out of the door. When I saw her, I was like, damn, that bitch looks good. I was like, she's gorgeous. Her makeup is beach. She had a professional makeup artist. That lace front was done well. Looked like she wasn't starving a day in her damn life. And she looked like she wasn't bloated either, so that means she was using the bathroom. So it must not be too fucking bad. Think about it. If you are allegedly holding these young girls against their will and making them go to the bathroom when you say go to the bathroom, but when I saw the pretty bitch whose parents gave her to R. Kelly, because they gave that little bitch to R. Kelly, and now they want her back because they're not reaping any of the benefits that she's getting, like those lace fronts and handbags and being able to sit front row to see R. Kelly and meet who R. Kelly knows in the industry. So that's what the fuck is going on. Now, there ain't no damn way R. Kelly has time to manage 3 different homes in 2 different states, and all of these girls got their own rooms because there ain't no physical or possible way he can fly from home to home for all the girls every single day and spend enough time with them on the phone or in person because he has to travel and tour way too much. It's too much to manage. And when you brainwash somebody, you have to spend all of your precious time with them. It ain't no once every 2 weeks I'ma fly in to see this bitch who's living at my house and eating my food, and she occasionally has to ask me who she's calling because I don't want just anybody knowing what the hell is going on in my house that I'm paying for your little fast ass to fucking live in. Because that's exactly what they are. Fast ass little girls who came from the hood, who came from poor parents, and it's just like a parent who has a basketball star kid, and the kid is being offered all of these incentives just to play basketball. That's exactly what the fuck is happening with these young girls. They are getting
building a house in LA. I'm doing all this. Why is that? Because they trick us. They trick our minds. We believe. If they say something about crime, we don't believe it. We don't. That's right. We so busy looking at these damn phones. Okay? You see the bitten apple. It's the devil.
That's why I said we get some.
You see the bitten apple. Don't get it twisted on me. If we do not come together,
That's right.
together. Where's the march? Martin Luther King marched.
Right.
When the last time we done seen a march, Mark? Like you say, when the last time somebody done took the kids. When the last time we seen? No, homie. It didn't work. I love you, but it didn't work. We have to walk. We have to walk.
Hold on one second.
Everyone should have a healthy distrust of the media. One of the most dangerous, unspoken things in existence in the world today is a media controlled by a very small group of corporate entities. Every day, we are constantly lied to and constantly told what to think. And most of us never even realize it. It's become a duty and call to action to wake people up to this reality. Before blindly listening to what's hurled at you, everyone has a personal responsibility to at least know what's going on before handing your mind over to the many forms of media indoctrination. In short, wake up.
And you were interviewed by Lifetime, did you say that?
Yes, I did, for the documentary that aired. And the producers told me that everything that I had to say about R. Kelly made him sound like such a nice guy, and that was not, I quote, that was not the angle that the producers were going. It was not the angle that the producers were going. It was not the angle that the producers were going.
If you were there telling the truth about who you knew, about the man that you knew and who you worked with on a daily basis, they didn't want to hear that. That's correct? So,
yep, and as I tried to reach out to any media, People Magazine, Us Weekly, E-News, Wendy Williams, I tried to reach out to everybody because I was getting so aggravated with everything I heard. It is very difficult to even get someone to, you have to hire a publicist. That's what I found out. You have to actually pay money and hire a publicist to get your story heard. It takes a lot of work to even get heard.
BBC, Washington Post, and Lifetime contacted you.
Yes, they did.
That.
Yes, they did. They contacted me. It seemed like okay. When I finished talking to them, they were like, I didn't have I wasn't answering their questions the way they want to hear, the way they want to hear, the way they want to hear. You know, and
Timothy. Lie detector says, huh? So you went back and studied my live that you was on, that Angelo was on, that everybody jumped on, huh? Okay. Timothy, I get it. Dream Team, what's up? I ain't even playing no more. Let me surgical dissect this liar. You said out your mouth, Tim Savage, that you got people believing in you and backing you, right? Do your people know that you're a well-known liar? But you would say that you're not. Did you give the donation that you got from New Birth back? Of course you didn't. But you said that you are an upstanding person and people backs you. Then you said somebody need to put Rob down once and for all. You said somebody need to put Rob down once and for all, right? Well, I backs Rob. And with me backing Rob, I got a question. I know for a fact this is all about money. I'm going to tell you how I know it's all about money. Because Rob came out, thanks, Dennis. Because Rob came out talking about the BOP, not them fucking victims. I'm sorry, not them accusers. You had Spit and Fire talking about the accusers. You heard me talking about the accusers. So you want to try to put it on Rob, huh? You need some media attention to Gasper up because it's almost time for the appeal. And you want people to take the focus off of the BOP and everything else and put it on Rob. Because you know that once the BOP get to talking, everything come downhill, right? I wonder if the people know this about your wife.
You know what I'm saying? I feel deprived because I just got monetized. I can't do no video. I mean, I don't want to do no R. Kelly anyway. I need to do something else. I can't even make no doggone money.
And here I am giving you advice.
We need to be making money.
We need to be making money.
You know what I'm saying? I feel deprived because I just got monetized. I can't do no video. I mean, I don't want to do no R. Kelly anyway. I need to do something else. I can't even make no doggone money.
And here I am giving you advice.
We need to be making money.
We need to be making money.
So with that being said, you know, I thought y'all wasn't doing no R. Kelly videos anyway. I thought y'all couldn't even make no money. But I thought this was about victims. I thought this was about your victims, huh? Tim. It kills me to know that you're lying like this. All because you don't have nothing else to do.
But like I say, I don't got to say nothing about it, Tim. You think you slick. Your whole thing is you want you to get close to Joycelyn so that way you can try to brainwash her. You can try to entice her. That's what you want to try to do. And I get it. It's a great ploy for people to sit back and be like, oh yeah, he's really trying to be about this and this and this and this and this and this. No. Niggas ain't slow. People ain't slow. People ain't slow. But you trying to play on people's emotions. You trying to play on people's time. You trying to play because you feel some kind of way. Well, let me introduce you to something called memory lane. This ain't about your daughter. This ain't about no so-called victim. This is about your legacy and your TV show. I know you like that damn Dana all the time, but guess what? I got the trailer. Right now, and I got 176 people watching. Should I play it? And after the trailer, your wife explodes with the plot and the setup. And this is after she had 2 hours and 12 minutes with Rob alone in California. But I thought this was about joy. I thought this was about victims.
Looking at you, baby, you got me going crazy. All I can think about is you all day. You walk into a crowded room, the first person I see is you. Got visions in my mind all day of loving you. You're such a gentleman with all your compliments. You're so sweet to me, I can't handle it. Never thought I'd find someone like you, and you just keep on giving me that sweet love. Ooh, you keep giving me. I'm so grateful for your loving, and now
we kind of, so Tim basically he made contact with Mr. Grizz, and we met in his office. He was really listening, and he was trying to figure, because it's always in the back of everybody's head. A good attorney, you got to figure out what are your angles. How can you get this guy? Because they're over 18, they're with him. So he listened to our story. He listened to the story. He listened to because they're over 18. How can you get this guy? Because they're over 18. What are your angles? How can you get this guy? Because they're over 18. Your angles. How can you get this guy? Because they're over 18. They're with him. So he listened to our story. He listened to different things that we said, and then we just came up with he came up with some different angles that we could pursue.
It was on a tour bus. Right. Go to the FBI because they on a tour bus, so they're crossing state lines. So it becomes federal. So the FBI is the person, the Alphabet Boys is the one you need to go to make sure that this get addressed. Yes, Shanti did go to the FBI. The Clarice went to the FBI. Geronda went to the FBI. Lizette couldn't go to the FBI, but she would have. The young lady in Florida. Kitty Jones did not go to the FBI.
Stuff they gonna put out stuff if we talk. But he ain't got shit on me. You might have Tim do the little play stuff.
Yeah, you might have Tim, but you ain't got shit on John.
All day long like a lion. can't get none on me. I ain't did nothing. He ain't got none on me. Nothing. You can fight me up, head up. Now I'm just trying to get myself geared up for it. Cause I'll take it down. He trying to call for the mail. He ain't trying to call for me. But he don't know I'm the one who started it because I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this. I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this.
I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this.
I'm like, this ain't right. And I started doing my research. You know, stuff they won't put out stuff if we talk. But he ain't got shit on me. You might have Tim do the little play stuff.
Yeah, you might have Tim, but you ain't got shit on John Julian.
All day long like a lioness because he can't get none on me. I ain't did nothing. He ain't got none on me. Nothing. You can fight me up, head up. Now I'm just trying to get myself geared up for it. Cause I'll take it down. He trying to call for the mail. He ain't trying to call for me. But he don't know I'm the one who started it because I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this. I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this.
I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this.
I'm like, this ain't right. And I started doing my research. You know, stuff they won't put out stuff if we talk. Because he ain't got shit on me. You might have Tim do the little play stuff.
Yeah, you might have Tim, but you ain't got shit on John Julian.
All day long like a lioness because he can't get none on me. I ain't did nothing. He ain't got none on me. Nothing. You can fight me up, head up. Now I'm just trying to get myself geared up for it. Cause I'll take it down. He trying to call for the mail. He ain't trying to call for me. But he don't know I'm the one who started it because I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this. I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this.
I had to convince him that what was going on. I'm the one who started this.
I'm like, this ain't right. And I started doing my research.
So Tim, are you ready to come clean and talk about the setup? And who all was involved and how you harassed the FBI and all this other stuff? Told you I got everything. Matter of fact, I'm quite sure some parents told y'all that Dana have everything. So with that being said, Tim, you have been out here starting shit for a while. Dana, what are you talking about? Let's go here. I have everything that you thought I didn't have. And this is the stuff that people don't have. I keep telling you, I've been the one fighting these motherfuckers for a long time. So Laura and Rob take a picture. And because you got mad that your wife had some personal time with Rob alone, and she came back grinning from ear to ear, and you can't please her, you goes on a page and say, Laura Calhoun, she really liked Robert R. Kelly a lot more than what you think. Will not talk. Atlanta, Chicago, R. Kelly. Miss Nikki Mims, who is Jonjolin, fake page at the time, said, I have my suspicions as well. Then she'd come back and say, would not be the first time Aaliyah's mom. Now, see how y'all throw people in the mix? Y'all throw people in the mix and not understanding what's going on. But that's what the savages do. They throw people in the mix for no reason. Now, y'all putting people out there, right? And y'all putting people out there. Well, let's put some things out there. You know what I mean? Let's put some things out there. But the things that we're going to put out there, Tim, are the truth. So let's put what your daughter really say out there, okay? Joycelyn said she's a cloud chaser. This is when Azriel pulled off that stunt. She's a cloud chaser. She knew I was coming here to get my stuff and leave. That's why she was on live. She knows this is his house. Why are you inviting men over his house? So that kills the notion that the other folks across the tracks that be lying said that, oh, Azriel went to go get Joy. No, that's what Larry McGee wanted Azriel to do, and they pumped her up to do that. But Joy wasn't trying to feel that. Joy was only to get her stuff. Then she come back a minute later and say, I've been through a lot in my life. I don't need lights or cameras or anything. My dad made me this way. There's no going back. Hold on. What she's saying without saying it, Tim, is that she been through a lot in her little life. And she don't need the lights or the cameras or anything that you tried to exploit her through, Tim. Then she came back and said, my dad made me this way. There's no going back. So while you up here talking about, I just want to see my daughter. I just want to talk to my daughter. I just need my daughter. Jamal Bryant tagged me in. Well, come on, black man. I just need to see a daughter, R. Kelly. Tim Savage here. She said, there's no going back. There's no going back. She told you, black man with the Jerry curl, that there's no going back to your house or even talking to you, or when she feel like it. I just felt the spirit of Jamal Bryant on me for a minute. I'm just saying, there is no going back. Then she said, I have never slept with the only Azriel as a minor. When you're in your wrong, that's when they want to play victim. Then she came back and said, you clearly don't know what you just gotten yourself into. You're so immature. I can only wish for you the best in life at this point. You knew effed up. You knew what you was doing when I walked in the room. You so scary, see you in court. But see, Tim don't want to talk about that. And I want to ask Tim, why? Why don't you want to talk about your daughter never wanting to see you again? Why you don't want to talk about that, Tim? You want to talk about everything else, but you don't want to talk about that. She said she don't ever. And I'm only paraphrasing it because she said there's no going back. And when somebody say there's no going back, that means they're done. That's what I always thought. I was always told that when somebody say they ain't going back, they done. They done. They are done. So my question is, Tim, when were you going to tell everybody that your daughter got a restraining order out on you? That's why you haven't talked to your daughter. Now, see, I wasn't going to say nothing. I put it out there once before, and then I just left it alone. But let's keep it a buck. She have a restraining order out on you and Jonslyn. So do you think she's going to go back on her restraining order? I don't think so. I think you messed up so much that you really don't know what to do. Tim? Hold on. I'm trying to get something. Hold on. I think you done messed up so much that you don't know what to do. And Joy is tired. Joy is tired. And she told you there's no going back. She put it out there. No, I won't go back. And you can't handle it. You can't handle it. You can't handle it, Tim. So you run and say, oh, R. Kelly got people doing this. R. Kelly got people doing that. And you know that's not the truth. You know Rob ain't even speaking about y'all. But y'all speaking about him. Can I ask you why? Why are you speaking about him? I'm just trying to figure some things out. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not on the slow bus. I'm just trying to make sure that what you talking is not what everybody else is talking. Because I know you're lying. So while you out here trying to run a Ponzi scheme, I got a Ponzi scheme for you to run. Tell everybody why you got a restraining order. I mean, why Joycelyn got a restraining order. Now watch this. The woman that y'all should have been attacking, y'all stood right beside. And I ain't getting nobody out of hot water, but I'm going to show something. Sylvia inboxed Joy and said, hi, Joy, this is Sylvia. I saw you at court. I was with Dana. Here we go using my name again. Please know that I'm here for you. Rob calls me Mama Sylvia. Look at what Joy's response was. Hi, Sylvia. I just spoke with Dana. Just trying to get money for a ticket to Atlanta. Sylvia said, are you able to get a ticket? She said, no, they took everything. I don't have a dime to my name. I was trying to get someone to cash at me. Sylvia said, how much do you need? But once again, I showed at the show that my name is always used about something. And everybody that think they know everything, they don't know nothing. And it's crazy. So while y'all up here understanding this and doing that and doing this, Tim, you're a liar. And I just put just a little clip of what I got. Not even a third of what I have to prove that you and your wife are bold-faced liars. What more do you want? Now, it's weird to me that people uses my name all the time, right? And for people to hate me so much, and I'm going to put it out there, and for people to hate me so much, they use my name to get traction a lot. Now, here's the crazy part. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. And I want y'all to see what it say. Y'all see what page that's on, right? This is Tim Savage page, right? Him and his wife doing. That's the one that had the book and the Don Russell stuff on there and all that, right? That's how I can tell you who page it is. Because when Tim was telling people, oh, I need 50 bloggers, I'm going to put it out there about Angelo, he sent me this by accident. So if you sending me this by accident from the same page, Tim, that all the scamming and everything is going under, have no other choice but to believe that it's you, brother. But look at what Sylvia put. Sylvia wrote this nigga this. Hey, Queen, I hope you keeping your head up during this tough time. Real ones still saying free Kales. That's the bottom line. Since they trying to stop you from going live to say what you want to say. Take it to YouTube and go live with DanaJay. They can't stop shit that way. And we'll spread it all over social media the right way. The goal is to change the narrative and let the world know they lied on him. Don't do it for me or the fans, do it for him. My question is, when did that change for the people that hate me? When did that change for the people that hate me? This is why I don't have to say nothing else. Because my pedigree speaks for itself. Oh, Melissa, I'm glad you put that up there. I'm gonna ask you this question, and Melissa, is this for me? Is that for me? Because you said, I hope you do that lie detector test when you're broken in R. Kelly's house and took all his S to the pawn shop. It's a video on YouTube, and Larry admitted it. He said, you and Angelo. So me and Angelo broke into R. Kelly house and took all this stuff to the pawn shop, right? Now, let me help you, Melissa. And I like people like you. If you Google the man that broke in R. Kelly house, he don't look nothing like me. Why Johns Creek ain't come lock me up? Why they ain't come and do nothing towards me in Johns Creek? Here's my question. Everybody asking about that lie detector test because it came from one of the brothers. And then I ran with it because I said it's a good thing. And I said I'd be the first one, Melissa. The problem is people like you, Melissa, fed into the narrative that I was such the bad person. And now y'all are starving because your lies cannot maintain. Oh, I'm here for tonight. I'm here to bust some lies up tonight. So, Melissa, can you go get that little light-skinned faggy boy? But that wear tutus and everything? Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. I love it when the tables turn. And I'm going to say this. I got word that the faggy boy went on Spit and Fire channel talking about Dana J struck your joint, this and this. This is what I want to tell you, Sleepy Sweet Pea. Do you understand that when somebody strike you, they tell you who it is? I'm quite sure as big of a mouth as Spit and Fire have, and as much as she hate me, she would have been the first to break the internet and say, Dana J struck me, this and this and this and this and this and this. So can I ask you a question? Why are you over there running with them lies and talking all that dumb stuff? And you think you're going to get me off track? I'm going to spin it right back with you, right? And I'm going to help you understand this. I let y'all run with lies. I let y'all run with lies. And the reason why I let y'all run with lies is because I thought it was funny. But didn't y'all say that Dana don't know drill? Didn't y'all say that Dana and Larry was trying to raise money in drill kids' name? Here's the thing. What you heard was Dana and Larry discuss something that should be done. And you heard Dana agree to it and say that's a good idea. But you never heard Dana and Larry say, oh, we're going to raise some money for the kids. You never heard us say, oh, we're going to collect money and send it to this cash app. That's something that y'all ran with, and the hate is so great for Dana J that y'all mind got so infested with the dumb stuff. But let me help you with something real quick, okay? Let me help you with something real quick, okay? Let me influx your mind real quick, okay? And it go a little something like this. In order for me to get stuff and to do stuff, to be around people and to have content, you have to know somebody. You see this say Drea Lee, right? But right under that is the person who owns the content, actor Dana J, right? Now, for me to get this close, hold on. Who you think is filming in Publix? That's all you gotta do is pay attention who I'm following. Who you think is filming in Publix? What up, Tyree? Who do you think is filming, dummy? In Publix? Who am I standing beside? Oh, okay. Who's that? That's one down. Hold on. That's why I said, when y'all said y'all talked to her publicist and y'all said it's a woman, I said y'all were liars. Check it. Who house is that? Who's all there? This is what I mean when I say the dummies talk, but don't know what they're talking about. Who's all there? Mm. 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 Who's filming? Who's filming? And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna leave that there. I can go on for days. I can go on for days. So while y'all believe in the lies that them folks running with, I just sit back and say, okay. I just sit back and say, okay. I'm waiting for the next lie to come out. Because y'all still haven't sent Prima Donna or showed the YouTube world that I was at Azriel's birthday party 4 years ago in Vegas with some Air Force Ones on. So until y'all can show these lies that y'all speak on, understand this. I'm not the one to play with. Nor am I the one to try to play with. Okay? Now, some people ain't going to like this. But I have the whole New York file. Some people ain't going to like this. And first things first. This one thing is 46 pages long. And the first thing they read is this right here. Donnell Russell, Robert Sylvester Kelly, RSK Enterprises LLC, and Indie Bill Corp. Right? But nobody look at the names up top. Lizette Martinez, Lisa Van Allen, Kelly Rogers, Faith Rogers, Roderick Gartrell, whoever that is, and Jim Prats. That's the man that I showed the dark skin to, right? So ask yourself this question. Who's the lawyer out of Philadelphia? Who got this together and got a lawyer out of Philadelphia? This is the first joint. So when you look at this, right? You look at some crazy things. It says plaintiffs by and through their attorneys, Souts Mongilizizi and Bendesky PC complaining of the defendants respectfully alleges upon information and belief. Introduction. This is a civil action to recover damages for serious harm, trauma, and emotional distress resulting from defendants and others known and unknown who intimidated, harassed, and threatened plaintiffs and other young women in order to stop them from participating in an event intended to publicize their personal experiences of sexual, physical, and mental abuse at the hands of Robert Sylvester Kelly, and the collection of individuals and companies making up Kelly's inner circle. Herein, inner circle, that helped Kelly recruit, traffic, control, abuse, harass, and silence these same individuals. Stop. Now, We about to get down to it. Plaintiff Lizette Martinez, an individual who resides in Florida. 3. Plaintiff Lisa Van Allen, an individual who resides in Georgia. Plaintiff Roderick Godtrell is an individual who resides in Georgia. Plaintiff Kelly Rogers, individual who resides in Texas. Plaintiff Faith Rogers is an individual who resides in Texas. Plaintiff Jim Pratt is an individual who resides in Illinois. Defendant Darnell Russell is a citizen that resides at 1826 South Millard Avenue, apartment 1, Chicago, Illinois, 60623-2542. At all relevant times herein, defendant Russell served and or held himself out as Kelly's manager, current advisor, joint venture, agent, pay attention to the words, agent, representative, servant, employee, principal, management company, and or representative. Defendant Robert Spencer Kelly, also known herein as Kelly, is a citizen that resides MDC Brooklyn, 80 29th Street, Brooklyn, New York. Wow. Defendant RSK Enterprises, LLC, RSK, is a company that worked exclusively with Kelly to provide entertainment services and contracting Kelly's musical performances and personal appearances to various venues. See affidavit in support of arrest at 5 U.S. versus Russell. I don't got to go no further, and I told you people going to get mad at me. I don't got to go no further to understand that Don Russell done told them people that he did what Robert told him to do. Then it says RSK's principal place of business is believed to be located at 203 North LaSalle Street, Suite 2550, Chicago, Illinois, 60601. And upon information and belief, RSK stand for Robert Sylvester Kelly. The principal purpose of the Inner Circle were to promote Kelly's music and the Kelly brand and to recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with Kelly. Stop. Here's why the New York case is going to be vacated. Because what they're doing is they trying to get financial gain after a conviction. Well, the Constitution say you can only get one or the other. The Constitution say you can only get one or the other. So if they already got a conviction and now they turning back trying to get monetary gain, guess what? It all gets obliterated. But if R. Kelly was the one that orchestrated this, right? Listen to what they say. By promoting Kelly's music and the R. Kelly brand, the members of the Inner Circle expected to receive financial opportunities and personal benefits, including increased power and status within the enterprise. See affidavit in support of arrest at 5 U.S. versus Russell. Ask yourself this question. Why they keep referring to affidavits on Don Russell that's not even to the public? What all did Don Russell say in his testimony? But when I told y'all he was working for the state and he turned state, everybody said, oh no, Don Russell ain't doing Don Russell the muscle. When you know informant moves, look, watch this. RSK is also the exclusive licensee for the registered trademark R. Kelly with registration number 2638246. CRSK Enterprises LLC versus Comcast Spectator. So what they did is they went through anybody that Rob had a case with. And now they trying to make it seem like what Don Russell did, Rob told him to do. So when we hear Don Russell quiet, we understand that without Robert, the case don't go nowhere. Because they know Don don't have it. But when you use Robert Sylvester Kelly, when you use RSK, when you use R. Kelly, it's a proven fact that you're going to get traction. Just like when you use DanaJay. It's a proven fact you're going to get traction. If you think I'm lying, open up another YouTube tag and put DanaJay in there. And look how many of my haters pop up. Then he says something like a hooker in church. Then it says, RSK is also, okay, I read that. It says defendant Indie Bill Corp is an entertainment industry platform located at 910 West Van Buren Street, 100352 Chicago, Illinois, 60607. At the time of the acts and inactions that give rise to herein causes of action, Russell was the founder, president, and or CEO of Indie Bill Corp. And has been associated with Indie Bill Corp. Since 2015. Upon information and belief at all relevant times, defendant Russell acted as defendant's duly and authorized agent. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Upon information and belief at all relevant times, Russell and all herein defendants were a part of and played a role in Kelly's inner circle. You can't say that. That's not true. You got to prove that. Upon information and belief, each defendant, whether specifically named or designated in this complaint, was the agent, representative, servant, employee, principal, joint venturer, management company, and or representative of each of the remaining co-defendants, and in doing the acts alleged herein, was acting within the course and scope of such agency, employment, joint venture, agreement, management company agreement, and or service with the approval, knowledge, authority, permission, and or consent of the remaining defendants. All herein defendants, including its leadership, membership, associates, actual, apparent, and ostensible agents, servants, employees, and independent contractors, function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving several objectives, including but not limited to promoting Kelly's music and the R. Kelly brand, recruit women and young females to engage in illegal sexual activity with Kelly, and protecting the R. Kelly brand by, among other actions and omissions, silencing any individual able to disclose any information that could be harmful to Kelly's reputation. See affidavit in support of arrest at 6-5 U.S. versus Russell. You don't see none of R. Kelly joints. Everything is Don Russell. So I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Why is R. Kelly name associated with this? Let me see if y'all been paying attention. So let's go here. In fact, defendants together with other employees include managers, bodyguards, drivers, accountants, personal assistants and runners, and other individuals associated with Kelly and defendants engage in a racketeering enterprise that operated for over 3 decades preyed upon adults and children, inclusive of some of herein plaintiffs, so that the victims could be perpetually available to be the subject to illegal sexual activity with Kelly at a moment's notice. See superseding indictment, U.S. versus Kelly. Wow. Kelly's multiple arrests, trial testimony, and September the 27th, 2021, guilty conviction of racketeering and multiple predicate acts, including illegal sexual misconduct with minors, sexual exploitation of minors, robbery, coercion, and forced labor, made clear that R. Kelly Enterprise was not only engaged in music, as alleged, for 3 decades. Wait a minute, Robert ain't 60 yet. The enterprise, at the direction of R. Kelly, preyed upon young women and teenagers whose dreams of meeting a superstar soon turned into a nightmare of rape, child pornography, and forced labor. See press release, R. Kelly charged with racketeering, including predicate acts of coercion, and transporting minor girls to engage in sex. Department of Justice, United States Attorney's Office, Eastern District of New York. Statement from Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent in Charge, Maria Cruz Melendez. Wow. Moreover, when his victims tried to escape, Mr. Kelly and his accomplices silenced them through robbery, intimidation, and physical violence. This right here, that right there is all Robert needs when he goes back for his appeal. Because word in the courtroom was, y'all never tried to go nowhere. Word was, y'all was too scared to go anywhere. But Geronda said she left. Jumped over the gate, went and got some shoes and came back. Azriel said she can leave and go as she please. And she had a cell phone. Everybody else said they can leave and go as they please. So when did y'all try to escape? That's my question. When did y'all try to escape? Because Robert had an open door. Y'all can come and go as you please. Everybody that testified in New York testified that. So why is this lawyer saying that y'all tried to escape? Make this make sense. And just because you was elected guilty don't mean you're going to stay guilty. So why they using the word convicted, when that get evaporated and Robert come back and sue them, will that be bullying? Because that's what they're going to try to say. Oh, Robert Kelly bullying me now. No, it ain't bullying you. I'm going to keep it real. If I was Robert, I sue all of y'all. I would sue Roshana for her food stamps and her housing. Think I wouldn't? I'd be that petty. So what y'all doing right now is y'all are making it so that Robert can walk scot-free and y'all don't even know it. Watch this. By promoting Kelly's music and the R. Kelly brand, all herein defendants expected to receive financial opportunities and personal benefits, including increased power and status. Hence, defendants were prepared, even to the detriment of plaintiffs, to act in furtherance of the common goal, inclusive of protecting Kelly's image and the R. Kelly brand, jurisdiction, and venue. This court also has jurisdiction over the defendants pursuant to CPLR 302 because the defendants committed various torturous acts within the state of New York as set forth in the instant complaint and specifically occurred at Newhouse Madison Square, located at 110 East 25th Street, New York, 10010. Okay, now watch this. You can't say defendants, because Don Russell was the only one that did it. But if this is going like this, guess what? Don Russell said that he only did what Robert told him to do. Now, I hate when people sit there and say Don Russell ain't say certain stuff. I done showed y'all all communications when Don Russell was telling people, Robert, but that's all I got to say is Robert told me to do it. I showed y'all communications when Don said, if Robert agreed with what's going on about Don stealing stuff, then shit gonna get real against Robert when he basically threatened Robert. So when people jump on here saying stuff and don't know what they talking about, I just ignore it. Around 1989, Kelly gained national recognition when he and two other singers, all together, as part of a band called Musically Gifted Men or Mentally Gifted Men, wow, or MGM, released a single entitled Why You Want to Play Me, and performed other musical performance on television. Through the MGM group, though the MGM group disbanded shortly after the release of the single, Kelly gained national recognition, and in or around 1991, he signed with RCA and Jive Records. In 1992, Kelly released his debut album, Born. Oh, what? Born? He never had an album called Born. And Born? Rob never had an album called Born. Credited as Kelly and Public Announcement and went on tour. He never had an album called Born. Public Announcement had an album called Born Into the 90s. But Rob ain't had no album called Born Into the 90s or Born. Mia, when you got an affidavit like this, you cannot misprint and you cannot half step on what you're trying to say. This right here will get this whole thing thrown out. But Robert was a part of Public Announcement. Public Announcement had an album called Born Into the 90s, not Robert. And right here is a lie. In 1992, Kelly released his debut album, Born. Kelly ain't released a debut album, Born. This is what I mean when I say people don't think about what they do. In 1993, Kelly released his first solo album. Wait a minute. In 1992, Kelly released his debut album. In 1993, Kelly released his first solo album. Hell no. You can't say in 1993, Kelly released his first solo album, 12 Play. But before that, you say in 1992, Kelly released his debut album, Born. If Kelly released an album in 92, right? That would have been his first solo album. As it's printed right here. That's why I say what I say. 12 Play yielded Kelly's first #1 hit entitled Bump and Grind, which spent a record-breaking 12 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot Rhythm and Blues R&B single chart. Now watch this. In 1993, Kelly released his first solo album, 12 Play, which sold 6 million copies. Okay. Additionally, he had two subsequent hit singles from the 12 Play album, Your Body's Calling and Sex Me. He had more than that. He had more than that from there. Both singles, which sold 500,000 copies in the United States and were certified gold by the RIA, by the Record Industry Association of America, RIAA, a trade organization that represents the recording industry in the United States. Okay, so now we about to look at this. Now we about to look at this. Your body's calling. This thing never will be right here. No fear. Your body's calling. Let's see. Let's go to the members. Hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go. Did they do what I think they did? Hold on. And so I'm about to go off. Oh my God. Okay. Woo. I was about to say. All right. Let's look at this. Let's see. Artists. All right. Hold on. About to break something down. Hold on. Now, like I said, what they have tried to do is diminish R. Kelly. I ain't know I handed it up. Hold on. I'm about to show you. All right. And what they said was, in 1994, 12 Play was certified gold by the RIAA, right? And then he had two subsequent hit singles from the 12 Play album, Your Body's Calling and Sex Me. Okay. So if that's the case, here we go. Sex Me, parts 1 and 2 went gold, right? Bump and Grind was off that album. It went platinum. Your Body's Calling went gold, right? Let's see what else off that joint. 12 Play went platinum. So let's count how many singles. 1. Hold on. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. So while they say he had 2 singles, I just counted 6. I just counted 6. This is what I mean when I say people will say stuff and don't know what they're saying. Right? So then it says, it was around this time on August 31st, 1994, at age 27, that Kelly married 15-year-old R&B singer Aaliyah D. Halton, allegedly because she was pregnant. Now, wait a minute. For all the people that ran with this, right? Why do you got to put allegedly if that's factual? If that's factual, why do you got to put allegedly? Why are you trying to protect yourself when they bust out that wasn't true? Why? Because they said it in court and it sounded good? And then it said, and he did not want to be criminally prosecuted for impregnating and having sexual contact with a minor. And then they cited an article in AP News. Really? The marriage was annulled 6 months later because of Aaliyah's age. Stop. If a marriage really takes place and it's a real marriage, you cannot get an annulment if it's not directly afterwards. This clearly say the marriage was annulled months later. No. You can only get an annulment within the first 30 days. Everything else after that got to be a divorce if it was a real marriage. Then it says, importantly, Kelly was convicted of, with the aid of his inner circle, bribing a state employee to create an identification card for her. Really? So they putting all this on Rob when this is really Demetrius Smith. So they're going to have to prove this. But I want to see something. And I'm skipping a lot of this because I already know what's going on. I want to see who a certain person is. Defendants escalating attempts to counsel. Okay. We know about all that. I want to know who this Gertrude Russell calls the NYPD and the new. Look, this is all Don Russell stuff. Members of, this is a complete copy of the federal indictment. Hold on. This where, according to the complaint, Russell deleted the messages from his phone prior to the time law enforcement seized his cell phone in July 2019. Hold on. Let's start here. At approximately 7:36 p.m. and 7:37 p.m. on the same day, Russell called executives at Newhouse, threatening them by saying the cops may be sick, arriving shortly, and that someone at the screening had a gun and was going to shoot up the place. The Newhouse employee relayed the impending active shooter threats to the security guards working the event, as well as the manager for Newhouse and a 911 dispatcher. Plaintiffs both attended the screening and were present in the building while the threats of impending active shooter, crime, catastrophe, and or emergency were being made causing substantial amount of emotional fear and stress, trauma, and distress. Ultimately, the screening was canceled, and the guests, inclusive of plaintiffs, were notified of the impending active shooter threat and evacuated from the scene. At approximately 8:05 p.m., Russell communicated the following message via text message to the other inner circle individual he had been working with to effectuate this crime. Delete those messages, about 50. In accord with Russell's criminal indictment, 50 means police officers. What? I thought 12 mean police officers. And he was likely referring to Russell's 7:37 p.m. text message stating the cops may be sick, arriving shortly. According to the complaint, Russell deleted these messages from his phone prior to the time law enforcement seized his cell phone in July 2019. So hold on. They seized his cell phone on July the 1st, 2019, and locked Robert up on July the 11th, 2019. Damn. Defendants were ultimately successful in postponing the premiere on December the 18th, 2018 by convincing the owners of the establishment and those within it that someone in Newhouse had a gun and was going to shoot up the place. Notably, horrified threat came after several failed attempts to sabotage the screening and shock the conscience so greatly that Newhouse was evacuated. The public disclosure of the intimate details of years of sexual assault can sufficiently traumatize even the strongest survivor. Moreover, sexual assault affects the community. Therefore, individuals such as plaintiffs Jim Prax and Roderick Gartrell, family members of a survivor, was just as impacted. Roderick Gartrell. Hold on. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, hell no. Are you serious? Are we really playing this game? Are we really going to play this game? Wow. This is Lisa Van Allen boyfriend. Are you serious? everybody that she get with try to exploit Kels some kind of way. You know what? I'm about to make some calls. I'm tired of this shit. I be damn. I be damn. And this the nigga Overton. Okay. 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 This ain't right, bro. And what they're doing is they're trying to plant this on Robert all the way around the board. Robert don't know Richard Arline. Moreover, Russell was indicted for this crime: conspiracy to threaten physical harm by interstate communication and other crimes revolving around his misconduct or of intimidating other survivors of R. Kelly. Shit. They copied and paste both of the indictments together. And I said I wonder what it would look like. Look at this. At all relevant times herein, all herein defendants could reasonably anticipate the unlawful acts and omissions of defendants, as more fully described herein. This is further evidence in the criminal complaints lodged against Kelly, Russell, Michael Williams, and Richard Arline, other agents and or members of Kelly's inner circle, 3 individuals within R. Kelly Enterprise were arrested for separate schemes to harass, threaten, intimidate, and bribe other survivors of R. Kelly. And look who they got. Richard Arline, Michael Williams, Don Russell. This right here, he said Robert ain't know nothing about this. Okay. Faith Rogers to harass and intimidate Faith Rogers, a victim in a Kelly case, and Kelly Rogers after Faith Rogers filed a civil lawsuit against Kelly. Hold on. But why her father not in this? Because they said that, you know. So let's stop right here for a second on page 26. I'm going to stop on page 26, right? So Roderick Gartrell is Lisa Van Allen's boyfriend. Jim Pratt was sleeping with Drea Lee, but going around saying that was his sister. So you have these 2 men that's jumping on a lawsuit. So I take it that them 2 men was there. However, I do have the video, and Lisa Van Allen wasn't at the screening of Surviving R. Kelly, I don't think, because I didn't see her in the video. Like I said, this is all a Ponzi scheme, man, against Robert. And I know y'all seen how many tabs I have. This is crazy. All of this got Don Russell all over it. All this got Don Russell all over it. And I'm going to start back, and I'm going to start at 26 tomorrow. But all of this have Don Russell all over it. And they bringing Kales in because Kales is the big fish. What? Negligent infliction of emotional distress against all defendants. What the hell? They making up stuff. Intentional infliction of emotional distress against all. I can't wait to read this tomorrow. Listen, we're going to pick up at page 26. I can't wait to read this tomorrow. We're going to pick up from Rob. Look, man, it's late. I've been on here long enough. Y'all go ahead and at least watch a little bit of something. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, this Ponzi scheme is crazy. And it's not right at all. It ain't right at all. So, y'all be blessed. I'll be back later on. Tomorrow, we're going to pick up where we left off at, all right? I thank y'all for joining me. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me tonight as we read this line paperwork. And there's a whole list of stuff we're going to do. We got to read. All right? Love every last one of y'all. Peace.
This one's for you, for all of my dads around the world. Oh, yeah. This one's for you, for all of my dads around the world. Happy Father's Day to you. Today's a special day, and we're gonna celebrate the life of dads all across the nation. And we're gonna get dressed up This one's for you. Yeah, for all of mine. Dance around the
The boy never let me in, sick with the medicine. On the block, distributing right with the medicine. Haters don't like me, heard they wanna fight me. Teflon at your chest, I bet you can't fight these. Mad cause I'm getting dope, Pillsbury ill flow. Niggas love to move snow, you sick of me, don't care though. Yes, I'm a savage, out for the cabbage. Catch the boy armed up, full metal alchemist. Yes, I'm ill, and yeah, I'm so real. Coward ass niggas coming home without an appeal. Damn, how this getting done? Tell me what's the outcome? Anybody wanna see me? Tell them where the fuck I'm from. Control homes, red rum. Yeah, we get the job done. Out trying to stack chips, make these haters so sick. If they sick of that, then they really gon' be sick of this. Santa Claus Viper, haters Merry Christmas.
Step to the right, step to the right, step to the Come right. On, y'all. Step to the left, step to the left, step to the left. We gon' take it back, take it back, take it back, oh, take it back. Yeah. Turn around and do it all again. Said we gon' step to the right, yeah. Step to the right, step to the right. We gon' move, yeah, yeah. Step to the left, step to the right. We gon' take it back, take it back. Take it back, take it back. Cause we're gonna have a good time all night through. This one's for you.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like taking a dip in your pool. Relax a bit, you know what I mean? Sip on a little of that Patron. You know what I mean? Swimming in you, swimming in you, swimming in you. Hey, little mama, said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Swimming in you. Hey, little mama, said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.